Hello and welcome to Indie World. I'm Mariko.
And I'm Tyler. We're here to take you through another great selection of indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
No matter what type of games you're into, we hope you'll find your next indie favorite. Are you ready? Then off we go.
All right, now this is what I call a funky future. I could use a backpack like that.
Me too. Starting out as a nobody in a sprawling metropolis, making a name for yourself won't be easy. But as you expand your crew with additional playable characters and make use of the intuitive trick system to get around town, you'll edge closer to becoming an all-city king.
Backed by beats from a wide range of musical talent, you'll grind, paint, and combo your way to becoming one of the greatest graffiti artists around. But you'd better protect your neck because all that artwork will attract some unwanted attention.
Reclaim the streets when Bomb Rush Cyberfunk arrives as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch next year.
Hej!
Hejsan!
Jag är Niklas.
Och jag är Lukas.
Vi på Cyberfunk Made och resten av utvecklingsteamet är riktigt stolta för att presentera vårt fotoäventyrsspel TOEM.
Efter mycket hårt arbete och självklart roliga stunder så går vi här idag med klara sinnen och huvudena högt. Det har varit en otroligt spännande resa med mycket lärdomar och vi är väldigt nöjda över hur TOEM har blivit.
Vi hoppas du får en rolig och mysig resa genom TOEMs värld och att du finner ro medan du spelar vårt spel.
Så packa väskan och gör dig redo för TOEM kommer snart ut på Nintendo Switch.
Smile, Tyler!
Oh, hey, that's a nice one. It reminds me of the photos you can take in this laid-back adventure that's all about capturing the moment and helping people out along the way.
With its charming hand-drawn style, you'll explore different regions inspired by the Scandinavian countryside. Chat with quirky characters, solve their problems by taking neat snaps with your camera, and make your way through a relaxing landscape while listening to some totally chill beats.
Get ready to say cheese when TOEM arrives this fall. Hey, Ariko, does it feel like we're going in circles here?
Don't worry, Tyler. That's just how Loop Hero works. Instead of playing as the hero, you craft adventures for them by creating the world that they travel through. Each mystical card you play forms part of a dangerous path that the hero can explore, loot, and fight along. place cards strategically to help them conquer the loop and then do it all again.
The more loops you complete, the more cards you'll uncover, opening up new possibilities for the hero's future adventures. Between expanding the survivor's campsite and fending off devious guardians, keeping them alive takes strategy, balance, and skill, especially if you want to defeat the time-bending Lich.
Break the spiral and save the world when Loop Hero arrives on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Hallo, ich bin Don Schmocker, Co-Founder und Creative Lead von Locomotive. Ich freue mich sehr, euch Far-Changing Tides zu zeigen, unserem atmosphärischen Fahrzeug-Adventure und den nächsten Teil im Fahruniversum. Wir haben schon früh gewusst, dass wir noch mehr Geschichten im Universum zu erzählen haben, und so starten wir in Changing Tides mit einer neuen Figur in eine neue spannende Reise. Wir freuen uns, Far-Changing Tides nächstes Jahr auf Nintendo Switch zu bringen und wünschen euch viel Spaß dabei.
A boy, his ship, and an ocean that stretches as far as the eye can see. Who'd have thought that the apocalypse would ever be so relaxing?
And yet it is. In this stirring puzzle-solving adventure, you get to captain your own seafaring vessel and explore a vast flooded landscape, tackle mighty storms, and overcome conundrums as you embark on a voyage to find a new home.
Set in a beautifully realized post-apocalyptic world, it's an emotional, meditative journey that anyone can enjoy. Whether you played the first game in the series, Far Lone Sails, or not.
Set sail for the horizon in Far, Changing Tides, coming to the Nintendo Switch system next year.
That smells both rich and satisfying. I bet it's got enough caffeine to wake the dead. Can I get a cup?
Sure, flavorsome storytelling and aromatic atmosphere go hand in hand in this anime-style experience where the dead get one last night to mingle with the living and discuss the finer points of life and death over a beverage or two.
Immerse yourself in new story content and enjoy remastered visuals in this expanded director's cut of the original game. There's even a new studio mode where you can create your own dialogue and stories.
Make yours a grande with Necrobarista Final Pour, launching as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
It's time for some updates. Let's quickly catch up on several games we've featured previously in Indie World that you can play today.
It's time to grow your own adventure. Become the guardian of the grove and explore a vibrant island to inspire its inhabitants. Fend off the invasive rot and rebuild your home. take on requests from villagers, solve puzzles, and do everything you can to help restore the community. Rise to greatness in Garden Story, arriving as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
Don't just fight with a sword, date one. In this heartfelt dungeon-crawling dating sim, use the in-game cash you earn from fighting monsters to woo your weapons on romantic outings. Multiple combat styles just means more cuties to forge relationships with. After all, a couple that slays together stays together. Capture the hearts of your arsenal in Boyfriend Dungeon, cleaving its way onto Nintendo Switch later today.
In this prequel to the original Axiom Verge, a new hero fights for her life, empowered by the same microscopic machines that gradually consume her humanity. With 2 interconnected worlds to explore, hack, and fight your way through, walk that thin line between dream and nightmare as you discover the origins of the Axiom Verge universe. Axiom Verge 2 comes to Nintendo Switch later today. I can't wait to dig into all those games.
Speaking of digging, let's continue with the show.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games. We are thrilled to announce today that Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, an action-packed puzzle adventure with a dungeon-crawling twist we're developing alongside Vine, is coming to Nintendo Switch. Can you believe it's been 7 years since Shovel Knight first arrived on the scene? After that first appearance, we've been hard at work releasing Plague of Shadows, Spectre of Torment, King of Cards, and Shovel Knight Showdown. As you can see, we've always envisioned Shovel Knight as a grand, all-encompassing franchise, which is why we're so excited for Shovel Knight to take the next step into a new gameplay dimension with Pocket Dungeon. We hope you enjoy your puzzling adventure.
Now here's a twist on Shovel Knight that you're really going to dig. A part puzzler, part dungeon crawler hybrid that's perfect for fans and newcomers alike.
With Puzzle Knight by your side, fight foes, recover relics, and battle bosses both new and familiar. Group together enemies to unleash massive chain attacks and grab keys, potions, and treasure as you try to escape the mysterious Pocket Dungeon.
With over 10 heroes available, each with their own special power and playstyle, the action is always as fresh as it is fast. You can even take on a friend head-to-head and fight to bury the competition, literally. And as an exclusive feature to Nintendo Switch, if you have any of the Shovel Knight series amiibo figures, use them to call on a familiar fairy friend to accompany you on your adventure.
It'll be a night to remember when Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon is unearthed on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Start small, build big. That's always been my motto. And in this quirky city builder, it can be yours too.
This procedurally generated strategy game sees you placing buildings from your inventory on an island to earn points. Score enough, and you'll get more buildings to keep growing your island with. And when you can't build any further, just start from scratch and do it all again.
With its minimalist approach, intuitive mechanics, and almost infinite colorful islands to build on, you can create the city of your dreams over and over in no time at all.
The world is yours to build in Islanders Console Edition, coming as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
Marco, Theo, Dharma.
De la part de Laker Studio et de TOEM, nous sommes très heureux de vous annoncer que Metal Slug Tactics sera disponible sur Nintendo Switch.
Nos équipes ont grandi avec Metal Slug et c'est une chance de pouvoir travailler sur un nouvel épisode de cette saga mythique.
C'était important pour nous de trouver une nouvelle voie, à la fois pour rendre hommage aux épisodes principaux de la série, mais aussi pour proposer une nouvelle expérience aux fans.
Le développement avance bien et nous avons hâte que vous puissiez y jouer l'année prochaine.
Here's a fresh take on Metal Slug that moves the classic action franchise into a new dimension. This new game retains all the things fans are familiar with from the original series, like the detailed pixel art and explosive action, but then adds tactical combat mechanics to mix things up.
Taking control of familiar heroes from the Metal Slug series, including Marco, Tarma, Theo, and Eri, it's your job to wipe out the enemy forces by any means possible. Position your troops correctly on the battlefield, and you'll even be able to use the sync skill to deal extra damage with multiple heroes.
Head for a new front line when Metal Slug Tactics blasts onto Nintendo Switch next year.
こんにちは、テトリスエフェクトのディレクターの石原です。
And I'm Eileen. I work on PR and production at Enhance. And today, we're so excited to announce that Tetris Effect Connected is coming to Nintendo Switch.
テトリスのゲームを作るのは私の夢でした。開発チーム全員で全力で作ったテトリスエフェクトは美しいグラフィックとサウンドによりゲームプレイをより感動できるものにしています。このゲームが任天堂スイッチによって皆さんがどこにいても遊べるようになるのでとても楽しみです。
Check it out.
Sure, you might have already played Tetris, but Tetris Effect Connected is something different. It's the iconic puzzle game, but one that goes to another plane of enlightenment.
As well as the single-player journey mode, take on your friends competitively in zone battle locally or online, or play connected mode and work together to clear 3 playfields as one. It even includes cross-platform multiplayer, so it's easier to find people to play with or against. And since it's on the Nintendo Switch system, you can take the experience with you wherever you are.
Feel the connection in Tetris Effect Connected. Arriving on Nintendo Switch, October 8th.
Whew! There sure are a lot of games to look forward to, but that's not all. There are even more indie titles coming to Nintendo Switch soon. Take a look.
exceptional.
We're nearly done, but before we go, here's an update on another game coming to Nintendo Switch very soon from our friends at Chucklefish. It's nearly time to head eastward, coming to Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive, September 16th. Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop later today.
So that's the end of today's Indie World. There are so many diverse indie games to be found on Nintendo Switch, and we really enjoy showing them to you on behalf of our many development and publishing partners around the world.
As always, a big thank you to everyone in the indie community working on games for Nintendo Switch. And thank you for joining us today.
Don't forget to follow our official Twitter account, @IndieWorldNA, to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World.
Until next time, happy gaming!